Oftentimes after these mass shootings, we get caught up in the whys and the hows of what happened. But right now, for this second, for this moment, let's focus on the ones who lost their lives. Joyce Feinberg was 75. She was a mother of 2 sons and retired. A native of Toronto, she was a researcher at the University of Pittsburgh, described as, quote, magnificent, generous, and a caring human being. Dr. Richard Gottfried was 65 and ran his own dental practice with his wife. The two had just celebrated their 38th anniversary and were planning to retire soon. The doctor passed out toothbrushes instead of candy for Halloween.
Rose Mallinger was 97 years old and had barely missed a service in decades. A fellow congregant called her full of life. Her daughter was injured in the shooting but is recovering. Jerry Rabinovitz was a family doctor who lost his life trying to help others at the synagogue. His nephew tells NBC News when Dr. Rabinovitz heard the shots, he ran outside to see if anyone was hurt, and that's when he was gunned down. His patients described him as being one of the few doctors who would take time to listen, understand, and empathize, even when he was busy.
David and Cecil Rosenthal were brothers in their 50s who had been attending the synagogue since they were boys. They had an intellectual disability, and when the synagogue held services for adults with disabilities, the two brothers served as honorary chairs.
They were known as stalwarts of that synagogue. Daniel Stein, 71 years old, he was spending his retirement traveling with his wife. According to a relative, his 1-year-old grandson was the love of his life. Mr. Stein was killed in the same room where his grandson's bris was held earlier this year. Melvin Wax, known as Mel, was 88 years old. He was leading Shabbat services for New Light Congregation when he was killed. A family spokesperson says, quote, he was always available for a conversation or to tell a joke. He was a really bad joke teller, but he loved it.
Most people are really bad joke tellers. Irving Younger, age 69, was a regular greeter at Saturday services. A former Tree of Life president said he wouldn't be surprised if when the gunman walked into the room, Irv's first thought was, can I help this stranger?
Finally, Bernice and Sylvan Simon, a married couple in their mid-80s. They died in the same place they were married more than 60 years ago. A wedding announcement shows they married in 1956 in a candlelit ceremony at the Tree of Life Synagogue. It says Bernice wore an ivory Chantilly lace gown. A neighbor remembers them as a sweet, kind couple who always held hands.
Hey, MSNBC fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down there and click on any of the videos here to watch the latest interviews and highlights. You can get more MSNBC for free every day with our newsletters. Just visit msnbc.com/newsletters to sign up now.